Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model, PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Joko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Live from UPC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning. My name is Ruben Impie Mashvirango, and I'm glad and blessed to be here this morning. I have a lot to talk about in the next few minutes, but I also have a guest who will be talking about who is actually an athlete who won a medal for Uganda. But of course, I cannot start with the guest before talking about the Pamoja bid that we won yesterday as East Africa, as a community. And I also want to tell the public that tomorrow we are going to go to be at the airport. We'll come back the hero. Actually, the hero with the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, will be coming back home with the former president, that's Honorable Moses Magogo, and the delegation that went to Cairo for the announcement. And indeed, we are ready for the AFCON, and I know that Team Uganda, but in the next 4 years, we will have the pitches or the stadiums that would be where we shall be hosting AFCON. Just imagine Uganda hosting players like Sarr, the Spurs midfielder, or even Mo Salah if he's still playing in the next 4 years. If he still plays football, we might see him here, or even some other stars that have really made it in Europe. For example, I saw a story the other day that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is being monitored by a team. Look at your screen. Naturally Chinji, Moses Magogo, Lawrence Mulindwa, Rogers, not Torres. Torres is actually the patron of the Vipers Football Club. Now this is Rogers. We shall have Rogers on Monday, next Monday, here. Talk about the bid. But I think we are ready for the Pamoja bid. East Africa won the bid to host AFCON 2027, and I strongly believe that the entire community is ready for the Africa's biggest football showbiz, and I know that many would really jump onto the bus to go and watch Cote d'Ivoire play against maybe Mali, or play against Egypt, or play against Ghana. Just imagine Jordan, are you here? Or Andre, are you here? Playing against maybe by that time we shall be the hosts must qualify. Yes, so 2027 we might see our brothers, the Cranes, playing against the big boys of Europe who turn up to play for African countries. Just imagine Osimhen playing, being stopped by one of our best defenders in Uganda. Anyway, away from the Pamoja bid into what I have on the menu. I'm in the company of Miro, the man who won gold medal, and with me is actually a trophy on the table that reflects a champion who did Uganda proud. Good morning, Amiro.
Yes, good morning.
Good to see you.
Ruben. Yes, thank you for hosting me.
I see you with a medal.
Yes.
But can you briefly talk about the medal, briefly?
Okay, this is the bronze medal that I won at the Africa Oceania 2023 championships in Egypt, Cairo, just last month. It was on the 30th of August, and the tournament started on the 28th of August up to the 1st of September. And with this medal, I won it with my colleague. She's called Rashida Najuma. She's also a Ndeje University student like me. And we are both swimmers. Originally, we were swimmers. and we ventured into the sport of modern pentathlon, which is a new sport that is growing in Uganda, and we are the first recipients to win this award.
Okay, modern pentathlon, if somebody may love to understand, what is it all about? Because we know football, we know rugby, we know cricket.
Yes.
So what is it all about?
Well, modern pentathlon is 5 disciplines, and it's under one sport.
Okay.
So under those 5 disciplines, we have fencing, we have swimming, we have running and shooting, and then we have horse riding. But after the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, horse riding will be replaced by obstacle racing, which will happen after the Olympic Games next year. But at the moment, horse riding is still part of that pentathlon.
Okay. Yes. My guest today is actually Marshall Miro Victor. He's actually a student of Vega University, if I'm not mistaken, and a Ugandan swimmer and pentathlete.
Yes, pentathlete.
But he's actually an African bronze medalist at the 2023 African Oceania Pentathlon Championships that happened in Cairo, Egypt. Of course, the modern pentathlon, it disturbs me to mention, by the way.
True.
Forgive my tongue.
Yes.
So if I want to be part of it, how do we join? I mean, where is the where are the pitches for that kind of sport?
Yes, very, very interesting, because it's something that is growing in Uganda. We had our first local games in 2017, and then it took us some time to get back on the scene because of the COVID pandemic. And then just last month, we had games at Chambogo University, local games whereby a few athletes from Luzira prisons, a few students from Chambogo University were able to come and take part in the training, in the activities. In October we shall be in Entebbe, and in November we shall be in Gulu. Well, our president is Simon Peter Komakech. He's the president of the Federation of Uganda Modern Pentathlon. He also works with Joseph Collins. And our office is in Lugogo, near the National Council of Sports. And it's interesting that we train in Lugogo actually, and it just depends really. Of course, you can get in touch with us, but there are students who are upcoming and are willing to take part in this discipline. So if I was to talk about how it is done, for example, we start normally at a championship. We start with fencing in the morning. So fencing is a game that sort of like has swords, like a bout. It's a bout game. So whereby you can hit any part of one's body, of your opponent's body. So you have to face all the opponents that are there at the championship. And when you face them and you hit them with that sword, then you get a point. And when you get a point, you're able to, if you get 2 points, then you have won that bout. If I hit you, for example, and then you hit me as well, that is a draw, 1-1, because it's out of at least 2. And then you have to face all your opponents. So 70% of your wins on that particular morning is equivalent to 1,000 points. So when that is done, in the afternoon session, we go for swimming. Now for swimming, when you're an individual, you swim 200 meters. So some athletes, some top world-class athletes can swim 200 meters in about 2 minutes. That is also equivalent to about 2,000 points. If you swim in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds, that's about 1,000 points. So for me as an individual, I swam 2 minutes and 41 seconds.
Wow.
But if it's a relay, for example, when Rashida and I were swimming, if it's a relay, each person swims 100 meters. So Rashida entered, swam 100 meters, and I also entered and swam also 100 meters. And what helped us is, for example, us Ugandans, we are good at swimming, but the West Africans are not so good at swimming. So that's where we collected match points and maximized, because Egypt was in first place, South Africa was in second place, and Uganda was in third place. So we were able to maximize over the West Africans who are not so good at swimming, and have that gap of
the
one.
picture on the
1
screen,
minute.
I see you
With another
in the
medal.
middle.
Yes.
So what was the event? What was that event?
Now that is called triathlon.
Okay.
Now triathlon is a beach competition. We went to northern Egypt on the last 2 days. That was 2nd September and 3rd September. We were in northern Egypt at Port Said. That is where I got another bronze medal. It was a friendly tournament because we were learning the sport of triathlon. Triathlon is shooting, running and swimming. But that one is done in the same place. So you shoot a target that has 5 and a maximum time of 50 seconds. Then you run and then you also swim. So it's quite similar to pentathlon.
Okay. In front of us, there's a trophy here. It looks like the big ears of the Champions League, if you have ever heard of that.
Yes, very true.
The way it is formed, but it looks like the big ears.
Yeah.
So this, you won this in which tournament?
This was the trophy that Uganda got. This is Uganda's trophy.
But it's Uganda's trophy.
Yes.
It should be at
Lugogo,
Lugogo or
Lugogo.
National Council.
Of course
Why are you holding it?
Of course, it had to come here for the show.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So since it's Uganda's trophy, it is
and it's national television.
Yes,
you had to come with this trophy.
It is for all of us to enjoy. And to But
somebody will ask you. Sorry,
it's fine.
You know, I always ask my colleagues when they say Budo did beat Hannah. They won against Mpima SS. You can ask yourselves, but those are minnows. So you might have won against the minnows, or you had the big boys participating in the tournament.
Well, actually, the big boys are Egypt. They are giants in Africa and also giants in the world. They have very good facilities. They are even young students from high school and university who are not professionals in the game of modern pentathlon. That side are training every day, running every day, you know, and it was so amazing to get to see them.
Okay.
So South Africa also are very big giants in Africa. So I had this confidence going into the tournament that Uganda could get something. We could beat West Africans. Of course, in fencing where you're not so good, you try to get some points, and even in running and shooting, everyone is actually equal. But in swimming, you have to like maximize. And East Africans, Ugandans are actually very good at swimming compared to West Africans. So that is where we had to maximize. And this tournament, this medal, this trophy, it gives Uganda more chance next year and in future to go for more tournaments in Africa and Oceania.
Okay, thanks so much for that. I know this might not be meant for you, but I think you're in a position to explain this. You talked about the office in Lugogo.
Yes.
Do you have a plan to educate Ugandans more about this sport?
Yes, that is actually what we do with the local tournaments that are happening. Basically, you just have to visit the offices in Lugogo.
Are they not briefcase offices? Are they not the briefcase offices we normally see on the streets?
No, no, they are not. It's actually behind the tennis courts, in front of the cricket oval. So if you are interested, of course you can get in touch with me, you know, Marshall Miro, or you can get in touch with Ruben, and I can.
Okay, but do you have the structures besides the office? It can't be there. So Oliver's son would love to understand if he wants to be part of that sport. Is there a structure? Is there a system that can see him through?
What we have is there's this mentality that says that you have to start with what you have.
Okay.
Now what we
So
have?
what do you have?
What we have are the pistols. Now for the pistols, whereby during
pistols with bullets?
No, of course not with bullets. But you stand at a distance of 10 meters, and then you have to shoot the target.
So what if I come with a pistol of bullets and I shoot you?
Of course that's
because I hate you. I want to shoot you from there. Can my pistol be checked if I shoot? Yes,
it is actually checked. We have special pistols for the game of modern pentathlon. So yeah, you shoot the target of 5 targets in under 50 seconds. Then you run 600 meters. That is 5 times. So in total, you have run 3 kilometers. And you have been shooting. And so we have that at Lugogo. We have the pistols in the offices, very safe. You don't have to worry about your child's safety. And we're able to run and train in running.
Okay.
Then I'm a swimmer, and Rashida, my colleague, is also a swimmer, for example. So that is a good advantage, because so many people might be interested, but swimming is also something that they really need to, you know, it's a very strong sport.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to ask you this question. You might have won a bronze medal from Egypt, Cairo.
Yeah.
That is this month, I think.
Yes, at the end of last month.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your plan in the next 5 years in terms of the pentathlon sport?
Yeah.
Tell us your plan. Do you have a plan, or it will end here?
Yeah, it's very interesting, because since it's a new growing sport, my plan for the next 5 years is to continue with this. I have more tournaments coming up next year. All we need for Uganda is a bit more funding, but next year we have some tournaments in countries like Australia. We have to go back to Egypt again for the World Cup in March.
Okay.
And then we have Africa Championships again, and other different countries. I'm also still an active swimmer, graduating from Deje University next month.
Okay.
In mass communication and journalism, a degree. And also since I'm still an active swimmer, it's going to help me in this sport. But my plan is to help teach university students and upcoming high school students. There are some parents that have contacted me and are interested in their children to join the sport and be able to be part of this modern pentathlon, because they're interested when they see this. So we are going to grow as a federation together with the help of the president, and we shall be able to work and be able to help promote this sport, because we want it to reach the levels of athletics, the levels of football. You see now Uganda is hosting. And the one thing I like about Ugandan sport is that it's on the uprise.
Okay.
Athletics is doing very well. Swimming is doing very well as well. And you know, in secondary schools, we are the champions of East Africa. In university games, for example, I'm the captain of Deje University swimming team. We were champions in Kenya last year, this year Uganda, next year Nigeria. So you see that a sport in Uganda is developing, and that's what we want to see.
And I love that. And as we go into Pamoja 2027,
yes,
everything, I think by that time, 4 years from today,
yes,
I will have something that we can show Ugandans.
Yeah.
But for me, in your list, I want to understand, as we conclude, winning a bronze medal, coming back home, how did you feel? The people who received you from the airport, I know your parents must have been there, your friends. So take us through the feeling of coming back home with the bronze medal won for Uganda as a country. Yeah,
it's so surreal, because I did it on my debut, and it's so exciting. My family were happy. Of course, when I was in Egypt, I was already on a FaceTime with them, and they were very, very happy for me. The federation president, he's so excited for this journey. My friends, where I stay, my university, my coaches. I thank each and every one for their tremendous support. You know, yes. So
you have not thanked us for giving you fair play.
and of course, I thank UBC, because UBC is my home. Yeah. Yes, I'm an active journalist here. So this medal is also dedicated to UBC. To
UBC. Thank you so much, Amiro, for coming through, and of course for teaching us about pentathlon.
Modern pentathlon.
Modern pentathlon.
Yes, but
honestly speaking, but if I had not hosted you, as somebody told me the code that there's pentathlon, I'm sorry, but I'm being honest. I would ask myself, what is that?
What is that? But
until I caught you, explained to me the game.
Yes.
Now I'm in love with the game.
At least you're learning. At least we're all learning together.
That's
but
true.
One last message I would like to say to the ministers and
the president.
President and all those who support Ugandan sport is let us continue to have more facilities in all different sports. Let us continue to push our athletes, because Uganda athletes have the potential to win internationally, to win on the continental stage. We have the potential to do so. If we have the funding and the facilities, nothing can stop us.
We have the talent.
Yes, we have the talent.
That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a good one. Anyway, he's actually asking for everybody to come on the bandwagon and support sport in this country. I know the president has been so supportive when it comes to sport, because you saw when athletes win medals in Budapest and Doha, and where they come, he gives them money, he receives them, and the Minister of Sports has been supportive on Madam Janet Museveni. So I know they're watching. I know one day somebody will give you a call and say, hey, come here, let's see how best we can support you. But on condition, you must stay focused and disciplined.
Yes, very, very true. That's very, very essential. Of course, what I do is focus on my studies, focus on my sports, because I believe that I'm still young, I'm energetic, so why not push, you know? I don't limit myself to possibilities. You know, if there's a chance, go for it. You know, don't be afraid and go for every chance.
So every next time we need a gold medal here, not a bronze.
Yes, very, very true.
So promise Uganda that we'll bring a gold medal.
Yeah, because
in March next year.
At first, at the beginning of this year, Mom told me, of course, I got so many local medals and medals in swimming, and she told me we need an international medal. So it's good to get one medal for Africa. And yes, I promise I'll continue to work hard and bring more medals and gold, hopefully.
World Cup is next year. Promise us that you come back with the gold medal.
cream de la cream, whereby you're facing Hungarians, Australians. Okay,
Mira, your final remarks?
Yes, once again, thank you to all my coaches, to my teammate Rashida Najuma. Thank you for, you know, we train together and we continue to push. All my swimming teammates from Makerere University, Ndeje University, SEAL Swim Club, Aquatics, Ndeje University, UBC as well. Thank you so much. Big shout outs to Amon Gabo and also Madam Jacinta, John Barnes, Centamo, and thank you so much, Ruben.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, of course, I knew you'd mention Amoni Ngabo here. But I also want to thank Amoni for giving you platform and mileage to excel. You know, it's not easy. And anybody who has actually helped you go through the ranks, I want to thank him. The parents who have been supportive, Bamiro. It's not easy. I'm a parent personally. If my daughter came and told me about pentathlon, I would say, what is that, Rachel? But a parent who sits to the son and supports that son is exceptional. It's God-given. So I want to thank your parents for supporting you. Anyway, we've got to go. Mira will be here tomorrow at 1:30 with Michael and Grace to tell us more about the sport, and of course the gold medal that we'll win next year in the World Cup. And you're serious, need a gold medal. Don't come here and start joking and telling us that. Anyway, from the team, I want to wish you a blessed day, and I want to thank you so much, Brother Atoro, for the good job done, and the entire team, Monica, Chantal, Sonko, as well as Robert, who were here earlier on before us. I want to thank them for entertaining you. But of course, we've got to pave way for Robert again to come back and take you through GMU Extra. Have yourselves a lovely day. Pamoja bid. We did win the bid as East Africa. And indeed, 2027 AFCON will be home. It is coming home. I don't know whether the trophy will come home, but the bid has come home. And we are going to be hosting the biggest footballing event on the African continent. That is the AFCON. Thanks to the President of Uganda, to the Speaker of Parliament, to the former President, to everybody who joined the hands to make sure that Uganda and East Africa in particular gets the bid to host AFCON 2027. Good morning.
Juko.
Yo.
What you go? Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?